pas que je suis un bon réalisateur, je dis j'ai fait un beau film, c'est beau.
Certain, c'est que ce film m'a vraiment transformé.
Combien le cinéma est important pour nous?
Est-ce que les gens ont envie qu'on leur parle de la vie?
Les cinéastes ont besoin qu'on s'intéresse à eux, vous le savez.
Normally I make political films, and in that sense it's a different film that I've made now. On the other hand, I think I approached Anton in the same way as I approached anybody else in my other films, whether it was a gun runner, whether it was, you know, a human rights lawyer, or a woman who sacrificed her own life to get peace with Joseph Kony. I think I approached them all in the same way, as a human being. And for me, also portraying Anton was very much portraying him as a human being. And then, of course, people are interested because of his work, the work he has done, and the icons he has made of rock stars, and the film Control, and the film The American. But in the first place, I really wanted to know who is he? Because I do remember that we were together in Toronto at the film festival, and we both had a film there. I had The Dictator Hunter and he had Control screening there. And I remember that he said to me, I'm sitting, and we went to a party in a big limousine, and I remember that he said, the reason that I'm here is not because who I am, but it's because of what I do. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting. I'm actually interested in who you are.
Nou, ik denk dat het voor mij zo heeft gewerkt dat die muziek zoveel begon te betekenen in mijn leven, dat ik heel graag onderdeel van die wereld wilde worden. En bij toeval is dat er gebeurd door het nemen van een foto ooit. Ik dacht, dat is fantastisch. Dus toen heeft zich dat ontwikkeld en mijn onderwerpen waren toen alleen maar muzikanten, want dat is het enige waarin ik geïnteresseerd was. En langzamerhand heb ik toen ook een liefde voor fotografie zelf gekregen.
The beautiful soul music, she was out of the jukebox when the chicks hang around.
I never planned on making a film about him. He was a friend of mine, and he actually asked me one day what I thought of a film that some people were making of him. And I didn't like the film at all. It was very superficial. I didn't like it at all. And I said to him, well, first of all, there need to be a conversation with you in the film. So we did that, we filmed that, and that was actually the basis of this whole film. So I never had the intention of making a film about him. I didn't know much about his work. It was really because I was fascinated somehow by his personality.
Mijn eerste 2 films gaan allebei over loners. Ik beantwoord soms ook wel aan dat beeld, geloof ik. Dat wil ik toch niet helemaal, die persoon wil ik toch niet helemaal zijn.
Hij is helemaal ingenesteld in zijn werk. Het is een soort kokon bijna waar hij in zit.
Weet je, omdat ik het gevoel had dat waar ik vandaan kwam om te maken.
I think I wanted to know more about him and his character, because I think in a way we're very opposite. He grew up in a family where they never talked. I grew up in a family where they only talked and never listened. So I think in a way, and then also it was very religious. I come from a very liberal family in Amsterdam, in a big city. So to me, I was really curious, if you grew up in such different circumstances, what does it do to you? And I wanted to learn something from it, I guess. And I think in the end I probably did, because I'm always very focused on content more than form in a way. And I think with him it's the other way around. He's very much focused on form and less on content. So I thought it was really interesting and saw it more as a search for myself as well. So I think time is a very important part of the film as well, because I really believe in the time goes by, because while the time goes by, there's always more you know, life in it and development and hopefully more drama, or it tells you more about a person over time. But we worked with a cameraman, Martijn van Broekhuizen, and a soundman, Jos ten Klooster, and we also did the other film together, Peace versus Justice. So in the last 4 years, we would go to Africa and we would stay in horrible hotels, and then we would go to Anton while he was filming The American with George Clooney. So it started very much like, oh, what is Anton doing? We'll go there and we observe him. And then along the way, we really felt what the story was going to be. And then, so we would go very much, we would follow very much the rhythm of his life. I think that the difference maybe between my other work and this one is that in my other films, I was always looking for very big, important stories, you know, like big war stories where there's always drama and confrontation. And in this story, in this film about Anton, it's actually very small. It's very, you know, the confrontation and the struggle and the drama is really within one person. And in a way, you cannot escape in the big stories and in the big political situations. So in that way, it asked more of myself as a filmmaker and to use more visual language than I used to do, because I had the drama was just there. And in this film, I really had to look for it. And so in that sense, I think it's more my voice, if you want, in this film. Is that?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.